All right, so now that you guys were introduced to the new car to the channel, we're gonna clean it up. This car just took a 1,500 mile journey, being transported obviously, right, to South Florida. So in this video, we're gonna get it all cleaned up and I'm gonna hit you guys with some B-roll right now of how disgusting it is. As you guys know, this is gonna be the giveaway for Beamer Invasion and we're excited to do this. It's something that's new for us and we are gonna be taking you guys along the process. And one of the main things is that we're gonna be modifying this car. If you guys haven't seen the last video, we have partners that we're gonna be working with on getting this car all modded up for you guys. And it's tasteful mods, right? Mods that we would do ourselves. And you'll be able to see this car at Beamer Invasion. All right guys, we're gonna be doing a first wash for the E92 M3. It is very dirty, like you saw in the beginning of the B-roll. All right, we're gonna be using the new wash system. This is something that, if you guys haven't seen previous videos, this was just installed about maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And this is gonna allow me to maintain my cars in a more time efficient and also making sure I don't have any water spots. So this right here does all the filtration, getting rid of all the hard water that's naturally in your city water. So right now I'm just filling up the bucket with my filtered water and we're gonna add some Adam's polished soap. I've had this for a long time, so. One of the best things about the system, it's so easy to use, lever on, and everything is high quality. In this system, I basically bought it from Obsessed Garage, ordered the components. Perry was able to customize it a little bit by giving me a bucket filler, and he added some of the components that allowed me to do that. So shout out to him, thank you again. Yeah, having this whole system allows me to being able to wash the car smoothly and not having any problems. All right, this car took a 1,500 mile journey, and it's covered in whatever it is, road grime, oil, oil from the car that was above it. And we're gonna do a basic maintenance wash, a little bit more in depth because this car is definitely covered in all that stuff that shouldn't be on the car. The car actually came with Michelin PS4s. The only thing I'm running out of is actually brake buster or any of the Geon wheel cleaners. So what I'm gonna be using is just soap and water just to give some lubrication to clean the wheels out. All right, so I'm gonna finish up the other wheels on the other side, and when we come back, we'll talk more about the car, we'll talk about the giveaway, and we'll talk in another video about more details about it and some of the upcoming modifications. And I think you guys are gonna like the way this car transitions, and it just sucks I can't keep it. All right, we're gonna rinse the car off, and the car really needs it badly, so let's get started. You can already see a lot of the dirt just get kicked off. It's actually beading. I don't know what is on the car currently, but there are some beads to the car. Looks great though, I'll tell you that. And I'm not gonna go too crazy with getting the car all dialed in, because in a future video, the team at Gion are actually gonna be coming over to my house and we're gonna be getting this car dialed in. We know that this car is already protected with something, but there's unknown on what it is. So we're gonna be using some Gion products in a future video with the team over there. But my goal right now is just to get it washed because it is covered in nasty road grime. All right, let's foam it. This is the fun part. As you glide in the mid over, you can definitely feel it. Oh, you can definitely hear it too. So yes, we are going to be doing a giveaway with this E92 M3. And I mentioned earlier, I wish I could keep it, but we decided as Beamer Invasion to do something special, especially with the next show. You guys are actually going to be able to see this car at the show. We were going to give it away at the show. The only thing is we had some delays with some of the merchandise that we're getting for the giveaway. And just to give you guys an idea too, we've changed our manufacturer for our merchandise, and the quality of the merchandise that we're going to be using for the giveaway and also for apparel from now on, it's going to be absolutely high quality. One of the best things about this car is that it's going to be a story for you guys. Whoever wins this car, it's going to be a story for you guys. Definitely, and it'll be documented fully, which is pretty cool. So you definitely tell on some portions of the car, as I'm wiping the mitt, you can hear how rough some areas are. And that's from probably the previous owner or even during transport. But I'm taking precautions. I'm trying to dip it into the bucket as much as possible to make sure I get any contaminants off. And I'm just going in side-to-side motions. And just to give you an idea, side-to-side motions, does that mean you're gonna be not marring or scratching the car? If you do this, if it does become marred, it just becomes easier to get off. So you're not having circle motions. The good thing is the weather's been getting progressively better in Florida. We are probably about the 80s now instead of the 90s, which is actually very nice. But if you haven't watched the previous videos, we had a video where we took delivery of the car and we talked a little bit more about it. One of the best things about this car is that it's low miles. It has just under 32,000 miles. And if I had my choice, I'd probably rack up another 5,000 miles with it. I can see why everybody that talks about this platform talks highly about it. I've never driven this platform. I just never really asked. I never really asked anybody to drive their car. But being able to drive this from the front of my neighborhood, you know, around the neighborhood a little bit to my house, I can see why people hold on to these cars forever. I forgot what exhaust the car has, but it's not loud enough. We're gonna be heading to active, I believe in the next few weeks to maybe a month, and we're gonna be changing that sound of this car. We're gonna be installing their signature exhaust, I believe it's called. If not, I'll put the correction of the name right over here. And with these cars, even stock, it sounds good, but I still think you need to change the exhaust regardless of what company you choose. I think these cars definitely need an exhaust just to hear that V8. And Melbourne Red is actually a really good looking color. There's actually not a lot around that I noticed. Some of your common colors you see in these platform is space gray, mineral white, and I think that's it. I think those are probably two of the most common, and also black, right? Those are the most common colors for this platform that I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody would. But I think whoever's gonna get this car is gonna be super happy. I'm gonna be jealous. The funny thing is, the first thing I told Corey when this car came off and Miguel was that, can we just keep this? And even Corey mentioned, like, he was able to drive this car for a little bit and he was like, I just want to keep it for myself. And I don't blame him. So while we're filming this video, we're still waiting for our merchandise to come, like I mentioned. And during that process, we're gonna figure out when the giveaway is gonna start and also when the giveaway is gonna end. And the cool thing is that whoever wins, as long as you're in the 48 states, right, that's in the rules, we're gonna fly you down. We're gonna fly you down to Orlando and we're gonna film a nice video with the giveaway. And I think it's been pretty cool for the community too. And here's one thing to note. I could see why people use enclosed transport, because the way the car enters into the enclosed transport is the way you get the car back. This car was probably clean when it left Massachusetts, and it's disgusting now, or it was. So this is a 2010, right? And I mentioned how many miles it has, right? Less than 32,000 miles. For the year in mileage, this is actually a pretty well-kept car. There's obviously some things that needs to get done, right? Like maybe these grills with this chrome grill needs to go. Maybe some carbon fiber pieces need to be added. We're gonna be working with some companies and getting this all sorted out for you guys. I think what's gonna be pretty exciting is to see the person's reaction when they finally take delivery of this car. All right, so let's dry the car. So since the car already has some protectant on it, using the Ego blower should be simple. All right, we're pretty much wrapped up. We gave it a quick maintenance wash, actually a thorough maintenance wash because it definitely needed it. Whatever the previous owner used, whether it's wax, sealants, or ceramic coating, it did a good job of helping me take all that gunk off. So I'm gonna leave most of the information down below in the giveaway. If you guys haven't seen the previous videos, that gives you a little more information about the giveaway along with the beginning of this journey. I wanna thank you guys for watching this video and stay tuned. There's so much more content. This car is gonna progress from what it is now to what is it going to be for you guys when you guys get to own it. So one of you guys is going to be very lucky of getting this car, and I'm kind of jealous.